Hey guys, it's Jire, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install and use Overwatcheat. So as the name implies, Overwatcheat is a cheat for Overwatch. I've used it for over a year, and cheats in this concept have been around for a couple of years without any bans on the official Overwatch game. So I decided to make my own around, a year ago or so. And around 2 months ago, I made this public so everybody could use it. And this video is just going to be covering how to install and use it. So the first thing you got to do, come to the GitHub page, which is github.com/jire/overwatcheat. And I would scroll down a little bit and look at the beginner's guide section. So just follow the steps, basically. We're going to click on the releases tab, which is up here. And in that tab, basically, you're going to download the latest release zip archive, which is this, source code zip. Click on that. And then the next step, extract the contents from the archive to any folder like your desktop. So we'll do that. Okay, this next step's very, very important. Make sure you have the Java Development Kit or JDK version 8 or later installed. So you can get this just by Googling JDK download, click on the first Oracle link, then click on the left side, 8U131 at the time of this video. Then the first section is what you're typically going to go with, 8U131 again at the time of this video. You're going to click on the Accept License Agreement radio button. Then you're going to download the x64 installer for Windows 64-bit, or the i586 installer for Windows 32-bit. If you don't know which, just go with the 64-bit. Download that, go through the installer, make sure everything's installed correctly. Once that's done, I'm not going to do it because I already have it. Once that's done, you can open up the folder that you extracted the cheat to. And what you're going to run is this build script right here, or build.bat, if you have your extension shown. If this window prompts up, just click on More Info, click Run Anyway. And then it's going to compile the cheat from source, which can take anywhere up to 30 minutes if you have a really slow connection. But typically it only takes around 2 minutes or so the first time. And then every time after it takes around 30-40 seconds. So since I ran it before, it's going to take me, 100 minutes or so. Just wait a second. Really taking its time now. Alright, there we go. Took me 38 seconds. So the build was successful, that's how you know it worked. This is the total time, blah blah blah. Get rid of this, get rid of this window. Now after it's built, you can see in the instructions, the usable cheat program can be found within the build directory, so this directory right here. And then we'll be in a directory called Overwatcheat 1.0.1, or whatever the version is when you happen to download it. So go into that folder. And now this is the actual cheat. This folder is what's actually the cheat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So to use it, all you gotta do is double click on it. And this is because I don't have Overwatch running. But basically you just need to run Overwatch in borderless windowed mode and full screen. And that's it. Pretty much go in game. You don't even have to be in game. You just run it like that. And that's it. And you'll see like text in here like GDI grab, and it'll say in green like, oh, it grabbed Overwatch. Show you the FPS that it's running at and all that kind of details. Doesn't really matter what it says in there. It's working correctly if it says in green that it basically grabbed Overwatch and that it's scanning at a certain FPS. So yeah, so let's just go over the settings. There's only one setting file. Oops. So open it up with something you can read it. Notepad++. Okay, so this one setting file is all you need. There's only a few settings. The first setting is the virtual key code that activates the aimbot when you hold it down. By default, this is 1, which is left click. So basically, if you wanted to change it to something else, like say you wanted to change it to the bottom button on your mouse, that's key code 5 to do that. You just change it like that, just change the number. But yeah, I mean, left click works pretty good because that's the key that every hero uses to attack. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then there's also the speed. The lower you make this, the slower it will go. And the higher you make it, the faster it will go. So around 3.0, 2.0 starts getting extremely, extremely slow. And, 4.1 is around medium speed. Still pretty slow, I believe. But yeah, once you start going like 5, it's pretty fast. 6, really fast. 7, professional. Like 8, crazy. Just play around with it and you basically can figure out what it does. These settings I wouldn't really recommend you touch. They're just the amount of sleep for each scan. If you're trying to like rage or something, maybe you want to set this to like 1 to 2. But basically just leave those settings alone. And this setting's pretty important. This is basically the way that it defines a box. So basically, if you look at my mouse right now, basically what it does to define a box where it will scan enemies is it takes the width and height of your screen, so in my case 1920 by 1080, and it divides it by this number. So basically 1920 pixels long, divided by 4 will be a fourth of my screen. So if you look at it, around this many pixels is a fourth. So it will be from here to here. So just like that. And then we got the same case for the height. So I got 1080 height pixels. So we'll divide 1080 divided by 2.5. And if you 2.5 is just around a third, basically, almost a third. So basically you have a box that's like this big. But that's what I'm using. Box that's around this big. So if you think about it, the higher number that you put this, the smaller the box is, and the lower number you put this, the larger the box is. So really it's just a way to control how big the scanning area is. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Last thing to mention is the only feature that it has is pixel scan aimbot. And what that means is it will only be able to lock onto enemies that have their HP bars shown. So that's just something to remind you guys. It doesn't have any other features. The only feature it has is pixel scan aimbot, which is extremely effective, and you can get to 4,000 rank with it pretty easily. But yeah, that's the only feature it has. It's pretty much the only feature you need in Overwatch. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out, and it would be very appreciated if you start the project, you watch the project, fork it, and contribute something. Would be really awesome. And if you have any issues, make sure to go over to the Issues tab and create a new issue, and I'll try to get back to you on that. So thank you guys again for watching the video. Thank you for using the cheat, and peace out.